You may not be a princess.
Then what am I? A duchess?
You're nothing.
I'm not nothing, I'm special! Why don't you go live with your mom and leave us alone?
Whoa.
If there's one thing we can all learn from this movie, it's never buy a 10-year-old girl you just adopted a genetic test because it might lead to her thinking she's a princess.
Of course.
I'm the Lifetime guy, and this is Mommy's Little Princess. This is 10-year-old Lizzy and her new mom, Juliana, who recently adopted her 3 months ago.
Welcome to the family.
Lizzy is pretty effed up in the head because she was raised by a drug addict mother who was very mean.
You act like you're some little princess that I'm supposed to wait on. Newsflash, you're not special.
Good God, lady.
This is her new dad, Greg, a struggling artist who says he has great news.
I have some great news.
He did say it!
Because a woman from Baltimore wants to commission him to do a painting.
Oh, I'm so happy for you.
This is Greg's daughter, Allie, whom he shares custody of with his ex-wife and who will be living with them for the summer.
Everybody got that?
After talking to her friend at summer camp about what countries her parents are from, Lizzy starts to wonder about her own roots because she never even met her biological father.
Sucks for her.
So Juliana goes to a genealogy website called Me and My Genes. Actually, she's just playing a video of a website on Windows Media Player because for some reason the movie's art department couldn't just provide her with a still graphic.
They're all idiots!
And buys a test kit at the store. What's with the scary sound effects? As if that gene test is the bad guy.
Because it is!
Juliana gives Lizzy the test and says she'll do one with her.
That's so cool.
No, it isn't.
Greg shows Juliana what he has so far with the commissioned painting.
I think it's progressing really well.
What the hell is that? Juliana gets the results for the gene test.
It says that your maternal great-great-grandmother was a Wittelsbaum? You're a descendant of German nobility.
Does that mean I'm a royal princess?
So now Lizzy has it in her head that she's a real-life princess.
Oh boy, here we go.
They go to a bookstore where Lizzy picks out a book about princesses. She wants to look up her royal family name in her book, which is just a list of people who worked on this movie.
It's in here. It's in this book. A whole page.
Wouldn't you have looked that up before you bought the book?
House of Wittelsbaum is a royal family which reigned as princes and princesses. Several members also had non-reigning titles.
Nope. That wasn't the next sentence. In fact, whatever it is she is reading isn't even on this page.
Busted!
At home, Lizzy pins a news article onto her bulletin board written by staff reporter Cody Johnson, apparently the same person who wrote this princess book.
She's so talented.
About a Wittelsbaum named Daniel who is part of the German royal family and is single. Allie comes in and is like, what is all this? Lizzy tells her that the results are in and that she is a princess.
If you tell people you're a princess, you're just going to embarrass yourself.
She ain't wrong. Juliana comes in and reassures Lizzy that
We're your family. Me, Greg, and Allie.
Greg isn't. You're not even married to him.
Well, we plan on getting married someday.
she's not? So you and Greg are just
Dating.
living in this house together and he has a teenage daughter and you decided to adopt a 10-year-old?
Yes?
At camp, Lizzy's teacher tells her about an overnight camp where they will be doing art and putting on the play Cinderella.
I want to play Cinderella.
At the camp, we'll have auditions, and that's how we'll assign the parts.
But you don't understand. I'm a real-life princess. No, really, I am. I have proof.
Who could have seen that coming?
At work, Juliana's coworker says her uncle can probably help her figure out if Lizzy is really a princess or not.
I mean, he's not a professional genealogist or anything. He researched our family back 26 generations.
No, he didn't. 26 generations? That's like 600 years.
I'm not buying it.
Lizzy tells her mom about the overnight art camp.
I really, really, really want to go.
Really.
At home, a bunch of princess stuff arrives that Lizzy ordered with Juliana's credit card.
Honey, I know that you are excited about being a part of a royal family, but you may not be a princess.
Then what am I? A duchess?
You're nothing.
I'm not nothing, I'm special! Why don't you go live with your mom and leave us alone?
This is 3 months after adopting this girl? What's the return policy? The next day, Lizzy learns that the overnight camp is filled and that she can't go. So while everyone else leaves to go outside, she sneaks back into the classroom to look at the permission slips of the kids who are going. Like this kid, Bronwyn, whose phone number isn't even enough digits, and whose emergency contact is Cody Johnson. Yep, the same Cody Johnson who wrote that princess book and that news article.
She's so talented.
Could the movie really not think of a different name?
No, sir.
Lizzy finds out that this particular kid, Bronwyn, is extremely allergic to all forms of penicillin.
Uh-oh.
So she looks up what penicillin is on a website that doesn't even have a .com anywhere because it's fake, and starts looking around her house for medication that might contain penicillin, and just so happens to find one in Allie's room.
Sorry, Bronwyn. I guess you're not going to arts camp.
Well, okay then.
At camp, Lizzy spikes Bronwyn's orange juice with the crushed up medication, which is straight up first-degree murder, and Bronwyn has an immediate allergic reaction.
Clearly.
After camp, Lizzy tells her mom that the Whittlesbaum Castle will be open for tourists to visit in 2 weeks.
I'll think about it, okay?
All right.
Greg is into the idea of a family vacation and agrees to go, but Lizzy is pissed because Allie will be going on the trip too. So to prevent Greg and Allie from going, she pours vinegar onto Greg's painting so that he'll have to stay home and fix it, as if that painting could have looked any worse anyway.
It does suck.
With Bronwyn now in the hospital, a spot opens up for Lizzy at the overnight camp. Greg has a serious talk with Allie about getting along with Lizzy and that he wants all of them to be a family.
She's really lucky to have you and Juliana adopt her.
Not really. Lizzy doesn't even give a shit about Greg. That's why she's been fantasizing about her mom marrying that German prince the entire movie.
Daniel Whittlesbaum has asked me to marry him.
Whittlesbaum.
That's not your last name.
It will be when my mom marries Daniel Whittlesbaum.
Thank you. Poor bastard.
At overnight camp, Lizzy threatens another girl who is also going out for the role of Cinderella.
If you try out for Cinderella, even if you don't make it, I'll hurt you.
What is wrong with this girl?
A lot.
After Juliana calls Lizzy to tell her that Greg and Allie will still be going on the trip to Germany, Lizzy looks up poison ivy on her tablet because she plans on rubbing it all over Allie once she gets home.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Lizzy's teacher finds her in a restricted part of camp after already warning her not to go there and says she's going to call her mom. This leads to them fighting for the phone and the teacher falling off a small cliff that suddenly showed up out of nowhere because the movie needed it to.
What a shocking surprise.
She takes the teacher's flashlight, which she was carrying around for some reason even though it's daytime, and heads back to camp. Another counselor reports the teacher missing to police even though she's only been gone like 25 minutes, and Lizzy's friend finds the teacher's flashlight under her pillow. She tells the other counselor, but Lizzy manipulates her friend into saying that she found the flashlight and lies about where she found it in order to keep him from finding the teacher's body. A short time later, 3 uniformed officers who must have nothing else to do help search the grounds for her. What are they even doing? Crouching? Peeking behind trees? How are they ever gonna find a body like that? The counselor spots the body and tells the campers that she's in a coma, of course, and that the play is canceled.
What? This is a load of crap.
What?
I can't believe you do this to me!
The camp calls Lizzy's mom to come pick up her psycho daughter, and on the ride home, Lizzy tells her mom that she doesn't want Greg and Allie to go on the trip to Germany because it'll ruin her mom's chances of marrying the prince.
Honey, I have no interest in marrying into the royal family.
Juliana gets a call from her coworker who tells her,
My uncle finally got some information back on the Whittlesbaum family.
Okay, Bethany, what did he find out?
Lizzy is indeed a member of the Whittlesbaum family, but she's too far removed to have a title.
Well, that's a shame.
and if finding out that she's not a princess wasn't bad enough, they then get a call from the police saying that her teacher has woken up from her coma.
The police just want Lizzy and I to go down and talk about what happened before she fell.
Oh, you are so...
Lizzy steals the boarding passes to Germany out of her mom's purse, which just says air ticket instead of a real airline, and takes a taxi out of there.
I'm sorry, what?
What cab driver would pick up a 10-year-old and actually drive off? He even starts making small talk with her.
Going someplace fun?
Germany. I have family there.
Cool. I've never been there. Someday, though.
What an idiot!
The cab driver then gets a call over the radio.
Well, did you pick up a fare of 2213 Magnolia?
Yep, on our way to the airport.
Is there a little girl?
Yeah?
Need you to return to that location immediately. Her mother's frantic. She ran away.
Copy that.
Did you really need the dispatcher to tell you that it was wrong to drive off with a 10-year-old?
Yes.
Lizzy makes a run for it, but is spotted by Allie, who is out searching for Lizzy, going into a pizza shop. She heads in after her, but Lizzy locks herself inside a stinky bathroom. Lizzy confesses to all the bad things she's done over the course of the movie, like accidentally pushing her teacher, ruining Greg's painting, but not trying to kill her classmate with penicillin. She never cops to that, because it would be attempted murder. Allie tells her how much the family loves her anyway, even if she's not a princess, blah blah blah, until Lizzy finally comes out. The movie cuts to Allie on high school graduation day, her opening this horrible card from Lizzy, and ending with a happy family photo, instead of Lizzy in jail where she belongs.
Who cares?